Ready to go? All right, for the last time. Here we go.
Woo! All right. Welcome to another episode of Boom or Bust, the draft show. Max Chadwick alongside PJ Clark, Tate Sigworth, and Nick Merriam. It's here, guys. Draft day. We're going live tonight on YouTube. Tune in 7:30 on YouTube. We're live tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday for the NFL draft. So make sure you guys stick with us. But what we're going to do now, so we've done mock drafts before. It was always what we would do. If we were the general manager for that team, what we would do. This is a mock draft that we actually collaborated on and said what we think is going to happen tonight. So we're going to run through the first round, how we think is going to happen. Trades are included in this one. They weren't included in past mocks, are included in this one. So make sure you guys stick around for the live draft show tonight. Make sure you guys follow our Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Boom or Bust Draft. Leave comments below. We want to see you tonight. We're going to chat on tonight too in the live draft show. We want to be talking with you guys. Experience the draft. We've covered this draft for 12 months now. You follow along with us all 12 months. We want to experience this with you because it's going to be awesome. So again, first round, how we think it's going to happen. Not what we would do, how we think it's going to happen. So Nick, with the first pick in the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence.
All right.
Okay.
Moving on.
Right. Moving on quickly. The Jets are picking second. The Jets are picking Zach Wilson. Yay. Clap it up for Joe Douglas. Congratulations. Okay. Moving on.
All right. The draft starts at 3. You've heard it many, many times. We debated Mac Jones or Trey Lance very fiercely. We think Justin Fields is out of the picture here. Ultimately, we think it's going to be Trey Lance. We would not be surprised if it's Mac Jones, but we're going Trey Lance for this mock.
So the fourth pick, the Atlanta Falcons. So teams want to trade up to 4, but the asking price is really high. We saw the reports where the Lions want to trade up to 4 to get Jamar Chase, and they said Atlanta wanted just too much. I don't know if any team's going to be able to match the price that Atlanta wants. So we have them sticking at 4, and if they stick at 4, I rethink that they're going to take Kyle Pitts, the tight end from Florida. They might trade Julio Jones, so we kind of be that Julio Jones replacement if they do end up trading him. So Kyle Pitts here at 4 to the Falcons.
All right. 5, Kyle Pitts off the board. So it is the continuation of the Sewell Chase debate. In the end, Joe Burrow gets his guy, Jamar Chase, to Cincinnati. I think this is a foregone conclusion at this point, so a pretty easy pick here.
6, Dolphins. Got to get to a protection. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins personally are one of those teams with Rashawn Slater above Penei Sewell, and he's the pick here. But we all think that Penei Sewell will be the pick at 6 later tonight, but this could be some chaos.
So speaking of chaos, number 7, where the Detroit Lions stand, they're trading out of that pick. To who? The New England Patriots, trading the 15th pick, the 46th pick, and the 122nd pick to the Lions. They trade up and get their guy, Justin Fields, the quarterback from Ohio State, going at 7 to the New England Patriots, and just cancel the NFL now because it's over.
So Panthers with 3 players kind of discussed here, which were Waddle, J.C. Horn, and Rashawn Slater. At the end of the day, I just think you get Sam Darnold in this building, and he had such a terrible O-line in New York. They have to at least try to improve what is a below-average O-line in Carolina right now. So we think Rashawn Slater, probably the highest player on their board. Wouldn't be surprised if they're another team that has him above Sewell. So we'll slot him in here into the Panthers at 8.
So the Broncos at 9 now. So you got the big 4 quarterbacks off the board. So the 5th guy, and almost everyone's ranking, maybe not the 49ers, we'll see tonight, but it's Mac Jones. And I think Mac Jones is very much of a John Elway.
Teddy Bridgewater, man.
I think Mac Jones, they'll still take Mac Jones at 9 overall from Alabama. So this is where Mac Jones does end up going if San Francisco doesn't take him.
All right. We think it's going to be cornerback for the Cowboys at 10. Reports are supposedly it's 50-50 Surtain or J.C. Horn. Ultimately, we think Pat Surtain's a better scheme fit. J.C. Horn much more of a man corner. So he is the pick here at 10 for the Cowboys.
The run on Alabama players is going to continue, 3rd straight one. So it's Waddle versus Smith for the Giants. We have him going wide receiver, and Jalen Waddle ends up being the guy, much more of a slot-oriented guy with Kenny Golladay and Sterling Shepard on the outside there. So Jalen Waddle to the Giants at 11.
Eagles, some rumors about them trying to get back up, maybe to secure the corner they want between Surtain and Horn. We think Horn's the guy they like. He's here for them, so they'll take him at 12 and get them a man corner opposite of Darius Slay.
13 Chargers, not really looking too far for this one, staying in Southern Cal, taking Elijah Vera Tucker, the tackle / guard, whatever you want to say, from USC. PJ loves this guy. We personally have Darrisaw over him, but Elijah Vera Tucker is rising on boards, and we'd be surprised if he doesn't end up going in top 15 or so.
The Vikings, excuse me, not the Dolphins. The Vikings desperately need an offensive tackle. Christian Darrisaw is still on the board. We think that would be the pick if the board
cannot
falls
fix the Bears, but can play them twice a year.
No,
he can ruin the
Sadly.
Bears now.
Can ruin the Bears now. So 15, Detroit trading back and still taking a guy they could take at 7, Devontae Smith. The buck stops here. You pick up 2 extra picks. You pick up a second-round pick in that Justin Fields trade and still end up with what many people think is the top 12 player in this class, and Devontae Smith at 15.
And we know they tried to trade up for Jamar Chase, so receiver maybe the target there. Cardinals we struggled with. This was a tough one. We know they like Caleb Farley. Maybe they trade back for Caleb Farley. Just hard to predict trades at this point, though, so we're just going to give them Caleb Farley here at 16. Corner probably what they're targeting. They probably hope Surtain or Horn is here. Probably won't happen, though, so we'll give them Farley at 16, and we'll see if that actually happens or not.
So 17 here, the Raiders, is an interesting spot. So one of the most fascinating storylines, I think, for tonight's draft is what the hell happens to Micah Parsons. We think he ends up going 17th to the Raiders. You got all the off-field concerns, but we think that John Gruden's going to see the guy who everyone had as a top 10 prospect or close to that beforehand, and him here at 17 and maybe the best linebacker prospect since Luke Kuechly. I think John Gruden's going to be all over that. So we think they're going to go linebacker, and if Micah Parsons is here, it seems like a John Gruden guy, so that's why we got him going 17.
All right, 18, the Dolphins, their second first-round pick. Edge is a massive need. Emmanuel Ogba and Andrew Van Ginkel are their current starting edges. Jalen Phillips is on the board, hometown Miami guy. Azeez Ojulari supposedly has a medical issue that is coming out this week. So we're going Kwity Paye here, 18 to the Dolphins.
All right, 19 is Washington. I'd like them to trade up for QB. We talked about it. I just don't know that it's going to happen. And I think here they want either Darrisaw or Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. The one that is available here is Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, so that is where we are placing him here at 19.
So 20, the Bears. Unfortunately, Christian Darrisaw off the board. So we debated between Tevin Jenkins and the guy who we eventually ended up taking, which is Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver from Florida. This would be kind of a sexy pick for Chicago, who hasn't had a lot of those lately. So Kadarius Toney here at 20, they kind of need receivers. Who knows if Allen Robinson will stay past the franchise tag. So Kadarius Toney would be a fun pick here, and I think that they will be looking to improve the offense. Just a question of tackle or receiver. So we think they'd value Kadarius Toney more than someone like Tevin Jenkins.
All right, so we have another draft day trade. That's how exhausted we are that I can't even talk anymore. The Jets going to move up from 23 to 21, jumping the Titans to take Greg Newsome, the cornerback from Northwestern. The Jets have a very good relationship with the Colts front office. Assistant GM Rex Hogan used to be in Indianapolis. They've made trades with this new regime before. So I think it's a natural spot. The Jets need to get a cornerback in the first round here, and if they're going to do so, getting over the Tennessee one pick ahead of them at 23 is the way to do it. So Greg Newsome, they're going to give up pick 146, which is the second pick in the 5th round. So 23 and 146 to move up to 21 to take Greg Newsome. I do not think the Jets pick 23rd tonight.
So the Titans got kind of screwed here. They would have been thrilled, I assume, with Greg Newsome. They lost a lot of corners this year in the offseason, and they need to replace them. Obviously, the Jets just jumped them. So we're going Rashad Bateman, wide receiver, Minnesota. Corey Davis is gone. A.J. Brown is still there, but Josh Reynolds is their number 2 wide receiver. That's not great. So, it's a good roster, and Rashad Bateman can immediately play and contribute.
So the Colts now picking 23rd, picked up that extra 5 with the Jets. They're going to take the guy that they could have taken at 21, and we originally had slated to them at 21 before we decided to make a trade. Tevin Jenkins, right tackle from Oklahoma State. They need to tackle. Anthony Costanzo retired. That offensive line is shored up outside of one of those tackle spots, so Tevin Jenkins is going to slide right in as their first-round pick in Indianapolis.
Yeah, savvy move by the Colts, moving from 21 to 23, still getting their guy. Unfortunately, the Steelers will not be making a savvy move. They're taking Najee Harris, the running back from Alabama, at 24. And if you need any reason to tune into the live stream tonight, I will not be happy, and I'll probably cry live on stream. So Najee Harris is happening at 24, unfortunately.
Please tune in at about, I don't know, what are we thinking, like 10:30 at that point?
Tune in the whole time, honestly. But
yeah, tune in the whole time. But I
make sure the volume's all the way up on.
Yeah,
on
yeah. Just be prepared.
All right, Jags' second pick. We agreed that they would go offense here. It was a little bit off the board, and we had a little debate. But Sam Cosmi is the guy we ended up landing on here. It's a tackle. They did tag Cam Robinson. Wonder if they maybe move him to guard. We'll see. And for now, we think Jacksonville. At least we'll go offense, and Cosmi is our blurry, if you will, prediction for that.
All right, the Browns, 26. For a long time, I was thinking linebacker at this pick for them, but yeah, I don't think it's a position that Andrew Berry values. I don't think it's where they go, even if Zaven Collins is on the board like he is right now. But Jalen Phelps is on the board. I think edge is a position that Andrew Berry really values, and getting more guys in the building that can help out, rotate. Jadeveon Clowney's only on a 1-year deal, so next year Phillips can play full time. So I think that's the pick at 26 if that's how this goes.
27, the first of 2 Baltimore Ravens picks. Now we know that they're going to go with wide receiver for one of them. In the end, Rondale Moore, Elijah Moore still on the board, but we decided to give them somebody over 6 feet tall. Thank you, Hollywood Brown. So Terrace Marshall at 27 to Baltimore. There are reports that he's had some bad medicals come out over the last week. There's been reports that Baltimore is cooling on him because of those medicals, but in the end, it might just be a smokescreen a couple of days before the draft. So Terrace Marshall, 27 to Baltimore.
Saints were a tough one. His roster is kind of strange that it's like hard to upgrade, but they just aren't even that good really. But they're all right. They're above average. But we think they go corner. I don't think they're really going to fall in love with the receiver. So I don't know that we like Eric Stokes, but it was tough to say for certain he's a first-round pick. So we gave him Asante Samuel Jr., who just feels like a player that Sean Payton could fall in love with. I feel like just feels like it,
So Packers here at 29. This is assuming they make a smart pick. We're taking Elijah Moore, the receiver from Ole Miss, here at 29. Hopefully they go after a receiver. I can see them taking Rondale Moore too, but I think more teams I probably think have Elijah Moore over the other Moore Rondale here. So yeah, I think Elijah Moore probably would be the pick here at 29.
The signs seem to be pointing to the Bills taking Travis Etienne at 30. That is what we have done.
Or earlier than 30.
Yeah, the reports are trading up, but I think if you look at the way the draft has fallen, especially this mock, there's no reason for them to trade up. Etienne would still be there at 30, and what do you know? He's still here at 30.
So 31, the Chiefs traded this pick for Orlando Brown, and now the Ravens are going to retool Alex Leatherwood, which none of us are going to be happy about, but we have some inside sources thinking that Leatherwood is going to move to right tackle for Baltimore, and Baltimore's been a big fan of him. So the Outland Trophy winner, congrats, guys, on, I guess, picking him in the first round. Don't be surprised when Alex Leatherwood. That's another moment that if you are not tuned in the whole time tonight, if Alex Leatherwood pops up on your TV screen, head to YouTube immediately because I cannot promise 4 people will be alive.
Yeah, we wouldn't be big fans of that. And then that leaves us with Tampa. Another tough one. We think they might want to upgrade that interior defensive line. We've heard Christian Barmore, for whatever reason, might fall out of the first round. But we think if Tampa is going to go interior D-line, it seems like a thing they can upgrade in their roster. If Barmore falls here, it would be great value for them to scoop him up, and he would fit right in there and be just another high upside piece on that defense.
For those gamblers keeping track at home, that is 7 Alabama players in the first round. The over-under is 5.5. Just keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
I'm just trying to make you money.
Landon Dickerson also could be a guy.
Yeah. Just to reiterate, because you probably see 2 running backs and Alex Leatherwood going in the first round. You're like, what the hell happened to the Boomer Bust guys? What's going to happen?
What we want.
This is what's going to happen.
Yeah,
not what we want. We do not want any of this.
We don't like it.
We don't like it.
We've accepted. This is what we've accepted is going to happen. Not what we think should happen. What we accepted is going to happen. Once again, though, please tune in tonight because this live draft show, guys, we've been working our asses off on all the stuff coming out tonight. So it should hopefully look good. Hopefully look good. We'll see. But it's going to be a lot of fun regardless. Talking with you guys and reacting to every single pick is going to be an absolute blast. So tune in 7:30 Eastern time tonight for all of our fans overseas. 7:30 Eastern time, a half hour before the draft actually starts. Tune into our YouTube. We're going to be live for the entire first round. And obviously Friday and Saturday we'll be live too. But tonight, 7:30 Eastern time, tune in. And also follow along on our Twitter at BoomerBustDraft and Instagram and TikTok at BoomerBustDraft as well. So for PJ Clark, Tate Sigworth, and Nick Merriam, I'm Max Chadwick. Have a great night and see you tonight.
We will see you later.